Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. This is video number 2 of showing you what's in the box, the priority mail box that I have packed up ready to go to new homes, sharing my goodies with you. I deleted the other video. I do sincerely apologize, you guys, for any frustration. We're trying new things for me to be able to video, and anyway, the sound went off, the battery died, so everything's good to go. So I'm going to let's try this again, only with a different box, because I put that other box together and closed it up, so I can't do that one. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've got a bunch of washi tape. I don't know how many, but there's a whole bunch of those. I have gone through my studio as I'm cleaning through and preparing. I'm, taking care of a bunch of that kind of thing. Let's see. Let me move this box kind of out of the way, and I'm going to go as quickly as I can on this. Okay, so here we have, let me move that again. We've got some lace. This is from a lace tablecloth, a vintage lace tablecloth. So each one, and there's a few little stains on this. I mean, it's just, gives the wonderful grungy antique look. It's soft. It's wonderful. Everybody gets a piece of that. And of course, everything will be different. Here we have, I went through all of my lace and ribbons, and as you can see, I've got a little bit. I just divided it all up. Some were big enough that I could put something in everybody's box. I have 13 boxes, by the way, that are, well, not quite that many. A couple have been sold, but still have a bunch. So anyway, you get the idea. Ribbons and lace, trims. So let's just stuff this back in here. I only kept, I had I still have a 4 dresser drawer full, and I had it full of ribbons and lace. And I have pared down to where I only have half of one drawer left. Everything else I have shared to go out. All right, so here we have a bit of ribbon. Well, actually, this is lace that's been on a spool that has, there you can see it. Isn't that pretty? You can dye it. This is cotton. It's beautiful. It'll dye beautifully, or natural for whatever project you might be working on. We'll just set that aside. I also went through my flowers. I have little bits of flowers, and I didn't really want to take it all out, but as you can see, the bags are really stuffed, you guys. I'm trying to be very good about making sure that you get a whole bunch of goodies for your money. And I just, it's just at that point where it's time. I've been very serious about clearing out, cleaning up, but I still continue that process, and it's going to take me a good while to finish it all. But I have to tell you, I'm getting actually excited about it now. In the beginning, and when I did my vlog #1 on starting to get rid of my quilt blocks, I was kind of sad, evidently. I didn't realize I came off as sad, but some of you were like feeling bad that I was sad, so I do apologize for that. But I'm actually happy to be able to share these with people that will actually enjoy them. The reality is, my family, my kids and my grandkids, they're just in different places. And that's not to say that that's not great. It's just they're not into quilting or creating scrapbooking or junk journaling kind of thing, which is totally fine. So this is kind of like that raffia. It unwinds and then it spreads out and it's got this beautiful shine. Well, I had a whole big bolt of that. So I was able to share that with everybody. And in here that I have knotted so wonderfully so that I can never open it again. Woo! All right, you guys. No laughing. Yeah, you can laugh. I do too. There I was trying to be so efficient. And I really wasn't planning on opening more than one of these boxes for you either. So I had some leftover bags from when I had done this before with some of my packages. In this one, you get clips. We can always use clips either for quilting or for your junk journaling. These are wonderful to use. So everybody gets some, and you get a bunch of paper clips. So that's what is in this little bag. And in this, you know what? I'm actually not going to open this up. This is mixed media stuff. You're going to get some bottle caps. You're going to get some tiny little bottles, glass bottles. You're going to get some keys. You're going to get some buttons and a couple of other things. Just that's a surprise. And it's in an Altoid tin. The Altoid tins vary. They're different colors, different kinds of Altoids. I've hoarded them for quite some time, and I've made a lot of things with them, but I'm getting rid of a lot of that too. Just sharing my wealth. There's no point in being selfish and keeping it all. So here you have little game card pieces. They're for different games, different little ephemera type pieces. I'm not going to open this, but there's a bunch. There's, I don't know, half an inch thick, maybe not quite that thick, but you get a little packet of those, and you get a packet of money. Some of this is Monopoly money. I do recognize Monopoly money. There, that's a Monopoly. But I don't recognize where the others came from. But just things that I've collected over the years. Everybody gets an old calendar. This one is 2017, Thomas Kincaid. They're all different, but they have some gorgeous pictures. Now, some of the calendars, I didn't have small ones. And so I think they're all from 2017, but they're larger, but I've folded them. And so you'll get those images for the 12 months. But they're all different. And continuing on, everybody gets a sack of just paper ephemera, just stuff that I have that I am sharing, just sharing a bunch of things with you. And I know I'm trying to do this pretty fast, but I have to tell you guys, the reality is it took me weeks to put these boxes together. Again, I did 13, and I'm not going to do that again because, not because I'm superstitious about the unlucky 13, but because it's an odd number and it's just easier to go, I don't know, I just like even numbers better. No rhyme, no reason. And then I had come upon an old scrapbook, if you will, that someone had put in a whole bunch of Valentines. Now, these aren't antique or anything, but they're vintage. They're in the 1950s, 60s, maybe early 70s. And some tags, a few tags that have been made. Not everything has been made by myself in what you get. There may be some tags that are signatures of other people that I've participated with swaps over the years. Here we have, could be a deck of cards, but these are all separate. I didn't count, so I don't know the number, but it's a good amount. But they're all different cards. Some are regular playing cards, some are other, it just varies. So you get a nice set of those that you can use in your junk journaling. Okay, now let's. Ah! Okay, so that's kind of the papery stuff. And I remember I did say that I was going to try to do mostly fabrics and quilting, and of course that, you do have the laces and things there. But okay, so here we have a piece of a cutter quilt. I wanted everybody to have a wonderful piece. This is double wedding ring, this design, and it was hand quilted, you guys. This is fabulous. I would pay good money just for this because it's amazing. And I have enough, I think, that you could do like 2 journal covers, or, or a nice bag or purse, or, something of that nature. But I made sure that everybody gets a piece of this. And this is antique. And so there will be, like here, it's worn through, so you have, it's been well loved, which is why it was a cutter quilt, but it's still fabulous. And I love this kind of thing. I don't know about you, but I just, anyway, I'm sharing that. That was a little harder to share some of these things. But once I got into it, it was like, okay, well, this is fun. It's great to have your friends have some of these things too, because you're never going to use it all. Here is a piece of beautiful machine embroidery work that it's been taken. I think this was from a curtain. I don't know. And I don't know if everybody got this piece. Well, I know everybody didn't get this piece. Only this box has this piece, but you will be able to, there will be something of a similar nature, if not this. Here we have a gorgeous tablecloth that I divided up so that everybody could have. Oh, this is such great texture, you guys. And you can make bags, you can do your junk journaling, you can do a lot of different things with this. And this is a good sized. I think everybody has one of these. Don't quote me on that, because because of having 13, there may be some other tablecloths or things that I use, but they will be equally as fun and wonderful. So not to worry. And then we have this gorgeous red and white toile. Oops, that's upside down. Let's turn it right side up. Isn't that pretty, you guys? So, so pretty. So there again, you've got covers for journals, making bags, whatever, if you're more of the quilter, then, you know, that's a wonderful thing as well. Let's see, I'm going to take my blocks out and show those to you. Last of all, everybody has a good stack of high quality quilting cotton. I have spent a lot of money on my cottons through the years as a quilter, and and I absolutely do not apologize because they last a long time, and when you're making quilts you want that. And so these pieces I'm just clearing out, guys. And so some will be fat quarters, some will be smaller, some will be bigger. I mean, they're just all different, but I love them. And I just, it's just time to share. So everyone gets a good stack of these, just a variety, just a nice variety of some of my fabrics. Oh, don't you just love to? I just like to pet fabric. Just pet it. That's one of my favorite things when I go to a quilt store is to pet the fabric. I used to live where I had a good friend and we used to go pet fabric a lot. Oh, craziness, I know. Craziness, craziness. So here we go. And I will share with you basically two main reasons why I am clearing in my studio, doing the things that I'm doing. One is I don't know how long I will be alive. I mean, that's not to be depressing or anything, but I don't know. And I don't want to leave all of this for my sweet hubby to have to deal with. So that's one reason. And the second reason is when I get to a certain point, oh, let me, whoops, in the bottom of every box, you will find a, a bunch of ribbons and trims. They'll all be different. Some will be a whole bunch, some will be just a little bit. Some I won't have even opened up, and others I will have used almost everything. There'll be different widths, different styles, different colors, different everythings. So that's that. Okay, so I was telling you, the second reason that I am doing this is because I find after a period of time of accumulating things that it starts to weigh on me when I have so much and I'm not using it all. I start to feel guilty. I start to feel crowded, and that it's like my mind doesn't work as well. And I just feel selfish, that I'm not sharing. And so it's a good thing because my creativity starts to get stifled when I'm in that kind of a place. So those are the two main reasons. All right, guys, here we go. These are blocks that I have. A lot of them are paper pieced and that I have put together. Many of them were orphan blocks, and then I have just gone ahead and I've designed, put fabrics in between and put different blocks together to create a beautiful, and I think these are just gorgeous, and they're 16 and a half inches square. So you can do many things. You could do big pillows, you could do covers, you could make mini quilts. Whatever it is that you are interested in would be great. Here we have string quilts, and if you've Never put a string quilt together or stitched blocks. These are so much fun. You start with a base piece, a thin muslin or something, and then you just stitch scraps, strip scraps, and then you trim them up. And they just make gorgeous, gorgeous quilts or whatever project. These could be a journal cover. They could be, it's whatever you want. And then the last blocks that I'm sharing in this batch, if you will, I had prepared quilt blocks to make a fall quilt, and I just never got around to it. For those of you that don't know, I have been a quilter for, oh golly, I'm 68, and I didn't stop quilting on a regular basis till about, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. And I started when I was in my 20s. So add that up. I don't know. And I do not mind sharing what the backs of my creations look like, because I may not be the best at color, I may not be the best at pattern, but I am excellent at quilting, stitching, precise blocks. And so I feel really good to share what I have. So I also, in these blocks, I have some that are in an exchange that I received myself. So you may find names on them that, you're like, well, that's not Rhonda's block. There are a few that are not my blocks, but they're also really beautiful and fun fall blocks to use. And so everybody gets 4 of those. All right, already. So you guys, that is it. I've taken a great deal of time to put these together. They're made with a lot of love. And I just want you to know that I appreciate your support. I love you. And I'm excited to start sharing these with you. And I have a lot more quilting blocks. Not so much fabric, and I don't have more lace and that type of thing, because I really pretty much got rid of most of that, and I'm just keeping just a little bit of the fabric. But I've still got blocks coming out the yin yang. So I may do some other, have those in my shop. And of course, I will have my paper piece Carol Dope blocks. They're up in my Etsy shop right now. I'm selling them singly. Those, each block, I would say, took me at least 4 to 5 or more hours to create. And so when you see the price, I'm selling them for $10 a piece, but plus the shipping. But when you think about the time and, the art of it, it's pretty minimal. And let's see, I think that's it, my friends. Again, I'm hoping that this video is going okay and that you can hear the sound. Just want you to know how much I love you. I appreciate your support, and we will see you again very soon. Have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.